Hi, I'm Joe White. Welcome to Behind the Curtain, episode number 75. It's a special one tonight. Tonight, you're going to see some of the behind the scenes work of the January 27th premiere of Tommy and Michael. I chose Thursday, January 27th, for a few different reasons. One, I like to do some of our events on a Thursday night, so it allows people who are doing stuff on the weekend to come see our show, come see our play, come see our premiere in this case. But also January 27th is a very special day for me. It's the birth date of my Aunt Sissy, who turned 102 years old this year. And here's a nice picture of Aunt Sissy at 102 years old. She is more coherent and more lucid than some of the people that I know that are half of her age. So, Aunt Sissy, happy 102nd birthday. And I look forward to talking to you very soon. And happy birthday. So the film premiere of Tommy and Michael, it's a film that's very near and dear to my heart. It's in so many ways. I've worked with such wonderful people along the way. The two people you see behind me, Larry Loring, Jerry Halfhide, the main actors in there, the young children in the back, Max Ofusu and Ben DiLeonardo, and a great cast of people, wonderful. Every moment of the filming was fantastic. Obviously working greatly with Connor Donovan, who did so much from the cinematography, the editing, the music, dealing with me over and over again. So it was a wonderful experience. It was also great working with Thomas Storr, a friend of mine that I met just before COVID. He was about to be in a play with us called The Viewing Room. COVID hit and that got canceled. And he started to write a play called Friends in Black and White. And Jerry and Larry were supposed to be in that play. COVID hit again, that got canceled. Tom and I formed a really good friendship and a bond about this particular story. When he wrote this, I read it. I said, this is a great story, Tom. This needs to be told on a broader scale. And I want to do a film on this. And he said, what are you talking about? A film? What does that mean? It means that your story that you did a great job of writing is now on film with these wonderful actors. And it's thanks to your wonderful storyline and your collaboration with me along the way of all the things that was added, adding the young children, expanding the work of adding more characters, adding more breadth to the daughter, adding more breadth to the police officer, filming on different locations. And it was just a wonderful experience to see how this thing grew. Unfortunately, Tom passed away in early December. As you know, we did a tribute show to him about a month ago, and he's missed. I personally miss him tremendously. I miss the fact that he didn't get to see this premiere. And I miss the fact that I'm not going to work with him and write with him again and act with him again and direct with him again. Tom, I miss you very much. So some of you will see tonight, and some of you know me very well. Very rarely am I at a loss for words. Later on, during the introduction of the film, you'll see me not talk as much because it was a very emotional evening. And it's a very good evening because a lot of good work was done over the year and a half. We started filming in January of 2021 in Stone Park. We ended editing at around early November of 2021. We filmed outdoors. We filmed during the COVID pandemic with COVID protocols. We filmed before vaccinations. We filmed after vaccinations. We filmed indoors eventually. And it was a great process. And the final product that you'll see tonight, I hope you'll get to see on the video on demand, link to the video on demand underneath, please, that you can go rent this movie for the next 30 days into the end of February and watch it. Give me your feedback. Tell me what you think. Hopefully you'll see the intent of what's behind it. It's about friendship over the years, friendship of people that grew up together. Maybe they separated a little bit during their lifetime, but they reconnected. It's a great story. Tom, thank you very much for inspiring it with your great play, Friends in Black and White. And thank you so much for collaborating with me so much along the way, every step of the way. And enjoy the film premiere of Tommy and Michael from January 27th, 2022 at the Marconi's Theater at the VFW.
All right, I am here tonight with a wonderful actor. Come on over here, Mr. Larry Loring. Now, I heard you're part, thank you, sir. I heard you're part of this film somehow.
I had a minor part.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I appreciate you being involved. So, all right, so I know you've got stuff prepared, so I don't have to ask you anything. So,
Prepared?
yeah, you've been,
Wow.
yes, you've been working on this since for a while.
All right, so here's the thing.
Okay.
As you know, the original title of this movie was Friends in Black and White. And because of requests from the various places that you were submitting it to, the festivals and all that sort of thing,
Yep.
they requested that you not use that title. And that instead we went with Tommy and Michael. I had problems with that, as you know, originally.
Yeah, he definitely mentioned it a couple of times.
So here's the bottom line. I wanted to thank you. Turns out that the title's okay, but I wanted to thank you for removing that scene that you had wanted to put in. Because, you know, Tommy and Michael, it's no different than say, I don't know, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. The two women who drive off the cliff.
Thelma and Louise.
Louise, yeah. And then, you know, Butch Cassidy and Sundance, they jump off that Tango and Cash. They zip line down off of the prison wall.
Yeah.
Thank you for cutting that scene where we were going to do the wingsuits off of the Chrysler Building.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it just wasn't going to work.
wasn't
It was
gonna work.
over the top.
Was it over the top?
It was way over the top.
He doesn't know I left it in. So anyway, so I'm so glad you're here to see the movie tonight, and I appreciate you with that commentary. But you know what? The fact that we filmed that 10 times was still worth it.
Yeah, I thought so too.
so
Although
well
a
worth
couple of those landings were they were dreadful.
Very
Yeah,
dreadful.
it was painful.
And the fact that they only allowed us to do it like 10 times off the Chrysler Building until the police arrived and things like that.
Yeah,
That was the only downside.
True enough. Yeah. How much time did you spend in prison for over that or
well,
jail?
Let's talk about other things tonight, okay? Let's talk about the two things I want to talk about tonight.
All right.
All right, seriously. You've been involved in this for quite some time. You've been involved in this since Tom wrote the wonderful play Friends in Black and White.
Indeed.
Almost 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And then when he and I were working on the script to create the screenplay, you got involved again, and we started filming January 22nd, 2021 in Stone Park in Ashland.
Yeah.
And over a year later, we are now premiering it. Are you sick of it yet?
No. 2 years later, I'm still enjoying it as much as I did the first time. And it's been like 2 years since when we started doing rehearsals for the original play, which didn't go on because COVID hit. So, that was in 2020. So even 2 years later, no, I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
Well,
I'm very proud of this work.
I'm very proud of the work that you've done. All seriousness, all kidding aside, I should say. It's a pleasure working with you.
Likewise.
I think the people tonight will see the wonderful performance that you give as Tommy, the comedy, the wonderful camaraderie that you have with Michael. I think it comes out tonight, and I think the film is very much the fact that it was a very quartet worth of work between yourself, Jerry, Tom, and throw me in there for a little bit. The four of us got, yeah, you don't have to. But I think it was a great group of people to work with, and it's a pleasure, sir. Always a pleasure.
Likewise. Comedy, poignancy, and everything in between. This was a delightful piece of work, and I'm proud to have been a part of it. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, well, my pleasure. Well, if you want to go see it, go have a little thing down here where you can go to video on demand to go see this movie at some point in time. Larry, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it, buddy. my goodness, look what we have here. We have the wonderful actor, Jerry Heffa. Come over here, Jerry. Jerry, you can't just go over there and be away from us. How you doing? How you doing, bro? How is everything going? You could take that off if you want, my friend, yes. How are you doing, sir?
It's going really well, yeah.
So this is the big night.
A big night. We've been waiting for this for a really long time. We had to reschedule it, you know. It's one of those things, you know.
So my question to you is, you were first part of the play that Tom wrote back in 2020. You were almost about to do the play, and then something happened. I don't know what had happened, some sort of...
COVID?
Yeah, that may have been it. And then we started filming in January of 2021, believe it or not. Almost a year ago.
A year ago, yeah.
And we've done it. So what was your experience like being part of the film and being Michael?
It was just so much fun. It was like, you know, living the dream of, you know, being in a movie, the slate, and, you know, all the takes. And it was just a blast, a real blast. The weird thing about it, though, was that we had to film only outside because of COVID, that nobody was really doing anything else. I think we did one scene inside.
Yep.
But and that was a little bit strange, but I think we accomplished what we set out to do.
Now, you've seen the movie.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
The movie is great. Larry is great. The direction's great. I love the music. But I can't look at myself on film. I don't know why. I just can't.
Really?
No, I can't.
I can't go to sleep unless I watch something that I've done on stage. I can't. So, hey, get over here. He's never done. Wait, I want to have Tommy over there, Michael over here. I'm still directing. It's an amazing thing. I want you to stand there, These are two of my favorite people on the planet right now. These two guys. So, just have some banter.
Banter?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Haven't we? Just like when we were kids. You want to go?
You're the same. What? I could take you. I could take you anytime. Come on, let's go.
You guys are too crazy. So, all right. So let me tell you. I asked him this question earlier. Basically, I'm going to ask you both the same question. What was your favorite line to deliver in the play, in the show, in the film? Because I know the play is a little different than the screenplay. The movie itself. What was your favorite line to deliver?
So this is actually Tom's favorite line and mine.
Okay.
When I say, gonna take half my pension.
In the context right now, no one knows what that means. If they see the film, they'll know what that means.
What was your favorite?
It was that better be the stick shift.
Once again, no context, but just enjoy it. Well, first of all, I would say my favorite lines is everything that you both said during the play.
There you go.
Thank you.
So it's been a long road to get here. I am so happy that you are both here tonight to watch this film in front of the audience and the video on demand and future festivals.
It took so long, you grew a beard. All right?
That's right. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. So listen, it was always a pleasure to have you guys in the show. Anyway, my pleasure, my friends. Take care of yourself. And sit back, relax, and enjoy the great work that you've both done.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Where's
you.
the popcorn?
Where's in the thing?
Where's the whiskey?
Where's Arnie? Where's Arnie? Arnie Pollinger. Is there an Arnie Pollinger in the house? Yes, you can take that off. You can stand as far away as you want. Yeah, just don't take anything else off, and we're good. You keep what you got on. You got on there. Okay. I know. Well, wait till you see what you do on stage. Okay. Once again, this is what he did when we were doing the filming. He would basically blow his nose. He's in the film for like maybe a minute. Took 9 hours for the nose blowing thing. So listen, Arnie, how'd you get roped into this?
I was thumbing a ride. No, you called me up and asked me if I wanted to do it. It was great. believe me, I am grateful for any scraps of comedy you throw my way. Always happy to be here and help you out and to try to make people laugh. May not be successful, but I certainly try.
Well, you do a great job, sir. I think you'll enjoy yourself tonight on the film. I think you come across as a person on screen, bigger than life. Bigger.
It wouldn't take much. I mean, I think I'm shrinking, actually. But no, it's great. So you're telling me you didn't leave my scene on the cutting room floor? I'm actually in it?
You are totally in the film, and you will enjoy it. I think you will like it. I love, one of my favorite parts of the film is when you say something in there, something about hazardous duty.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. It's been so long, I don't even remember.
I know.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming tonight, and sit back, relax, and enjoy the film. And I hope you are part of future shows and future films, because I always have you on my speed dial.
I hope so.
When I need funny, I go funny. I go to Arnie Pollinger.
I hope to be back.
You will be back. Thank you, my friend. Take care. Enjoy. Thank you, sir. Get some of that. I never get any of this. Get that. That's beautiful stuff. Look how funny he is. It's a reverse red carpet walk. No one ever does that in there. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Hi, we're here with one of the wonderful actors of Tommy and Michael, Chris Wenk. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, Joe. Good to be here.
I'm very happy to have this night to premiere the movie. How did you get involved in the movie, and who roped you into this?
Well, Tom Astor had written the movie, and he had asked me specifically to consider the role of the cop, and that was kind of how I got involved with it.
So I know that you've acted a few different times on stage. This is your first film that you've done, correct?
Yes, I've spent the last 20 years doing community theater in various roles, in various titles and such. But this was my first movie experience as far as being involved in it.
And what do you think of that compared to being on stage? What are the main differences, and what do you like or dislike about both?
Well, one of the things I enjoyed about it was I didn't have to memorize everything as you do on the stage, as you know. So it gave me the flexibility to maybe memorize some things, but if I was not clear on it, I could still have that script in front of me and make it look like I knew what I was doing. Doing it outside was a little tough. Last winter was a little chilly, but under the circumstances, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it.
So I always ask this of everybody who's been in either a play or a film of mine. What was your favorite line to deliver during the film?
I think one of my favorite lines was one of the last ones I had, where it's, I'm putting my retirement papers in tomorrow, move to Florida, sit on the beach, have a couple beers, and forget about you nut jobs.
Well delivered. I literally was just watching it earlier, and it delivered exactly the same. So it was great. Well, I appreciate you taking the time and effort to be part of the film. And it was a pleasure to work with you. Hopefully to work with you soon in another capacity, whether it's film or theater. Once you're part of the ACT family, we don't let you go. So that's a good and bad thing. Depends on how you look at it. So.
Okay, I'll take that as a compliment, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the process. It was great to have you. I know it was cold being outdoors, but you did a great job, and hope you enjoy the film tonight. Are you here with some people tonight, or?
Yeah, my wife Julie is here with me, so we'll be enjoying this, and I have a couple friends that will be downloading the streaming version, so they'll see it in the next couple of days.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Well, Chris, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for being part of the film and the process and being here tonight on the premiere.
Great. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, buddy. So how you doing? So I am here with Bob Maber, the actor who is in this film. So Bob, how did you get roped into this film?
A director that I care a lot about, because I'm hoping he will cast me in future productions, said, listen, he needs some standbys to just wait for a bus to appear, and would I be kind enough to do that? And I said, well, sure, okay, fine.
And so what was your motivation for your character? Because I had a couple of film festivals come back and give us some of the festivals that I enter give us some detailed feedback
Okay.
And one of the feedbacks was about you. So I wanted to know what your motivation was before I tell you what their feedback was. What was your motivation for the character that you played in this film, Waiting for the Bus?
I'm standing in line waiting for the bus, and I'm a New Yorker, and nobody's going to put anything over on me or take anything from me, so I am really upset to think that someone might be cutting in line and causing me to wait a half second extra to get into my spot on the bus. So that was the motivation I tried to put into it.
Well, it came across very well because the commentary that I received was the gentleman who played one of the angry individuals about the line cutter was a typical New Yorker who would not let anything happen unless they said it was okay.
Good.
So you came across fantastic as always.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you being part of the show. And I know you've just finished your 50th performance with us in Dashing Through the Snow in December. How'd that go?
It went phenomenal. I got to work with one of my favorite actresses, Karen Deinhardt, and it was just a very funny play. To read the script, I literally laughed out loud as I'm reading some of the lines, and it was extremely well done. I was very happy to see Katrina actually on stage because she has been sort of the stage manager for a number of productions. I've worked several times with Ashland. And when people aren't there, she would substitute, and I'm saying, wow, she's really delivering the lines well. I'd like to see her in front of the audience, too. And she was able to. So I was very happy about that for her.
Well, that's great. And one of the things we're very happy for in ACT, actually, Katrina is going to be directing one of the scenes in our upcoming show, California Suite, in April. So people that are part of our community theater not only get to do stage management, acting, directing, etc. So if you're interested in being part of Ashland Community Theater, feel free to reach out to us at ashlandcommunitytheater@gmail.com and tell us what you want to do. And maybe you could work alongside Katrina or Bob, or unfortunately maybe me someday. Who knows? But anyway, Bob, thank you so much for being part of everything that we do here at ACT, and thank you for coming to see the premiere tonight of Tommy and Michael.
You're welcome. Looking forward to it. Take care.
Thank you. We'll let him walk down the red carpet, get some red carpet action going on. Well, first of all, my friend, I can't tell you how much you meant to me during this whole project.
Thank you.
From the beginning to the end, I think we collaborated to the point we're like on the same page, thinking the right way, and I just can't thank you enough for your vision and your product that you put on film, and the editing, and more importantly, tolerating my constant emails that come back to you. Can we do this? Can we do that? Can you change this? Can you do that? But
It wasn't that bad, Joe. It wasn't that bad.
So let me ask you, what was your thought process of the whole film? I know we started filming in early January of 21.
Yep.
And now we're in 22 opening, a year's worth of film. We were never in a rush to finish it, but
No.
tell me what your thought process is and your experience was for the year.
Well, yeah. I mean, this was my first time really kind of, I don't know, being the director of photography for a full feature-length film like this, or or an editor.
Yep.
Also. So I just kind of wanted to keep it bare bones, keep it simple, but get the story across in the best way that we could. You know, I didn't want to do anything too snazzy. I didn't want to bust out crazy, camera tricks, camera moves. I wanted to keep it simple, like shot-wise and cinematography-wise, because I didn't want to do anything too ambitious. Because then, it's better to keep it simple and tell an effective story than have a bunch of bells and whistles on it.
So I appreciate that, and I like your vision. And question as far as your creativity, what is your favorite component of this film, whether it's the filming, the technology, the coloring? Like I know that you look at something and say, I'm proud of that. I know you're proud of the whole film, but what is the thing you're the most proud of when you did this? Because I know that you're very creative and you have a great vision on things. What was the thing you're the most proud of?
There's a couple really specific things, I guess. There's a scene in the film where they get pulled over by a police officer, and on set, it was during the day, and so on set I was like, well, we should probably get some sort of light in there. We should probably get some sort of light in the scene that emanates a police siren sort of look. And so we had our production assistant at the time sit in the back seat with a police light, and he was out of the shot. And so in the scene, you'll actually see a little bit of that light on them. So it looks like there's a police officer there. But when I was editing it, it's during the daytime. It's too bright outside. You don't see it too much. And so I was like, well, let's see if we can compose some other sort of light in the shot. And so I downloaded a bunch of stuff and I put it in the shot. And sure enough, all the light that you see that's not reflecting off their faces is actually totally artificial. But because it's reflecting off their faces, it looks like it's real. It's composed pretty well because we had the shot there of the light on their faces. So I was kind of proud of that because that's, it's a little bit of foresight goes a long way in movies like this.
And what was the most difficult aspect of it, outside of talking with me all the time? What was the most difficult aspect of the filming, technology, et cetera? What was the most challenging component?
We did a lot of outdoor filming, which surprisingly wasn't as challenging as I thought it would be, like audio-wise. There was a couple shots indoors in one of the bar scenes that we did that was a bit challenging because we were dealing with an ice maker. It was a particularly long scene, so that day kind of went on for longer than most days. But there was a walking scene, and we hadn't had any motion scenes in the whole film. And I used a new little bit of technology that I bought, a gimbal, but we had to have Phil, our sound director, behind me with a boom mic the whole time. And I had to we had to do it multiple times. I had to stop and be like, Phil, you got to keep the boom this high, you got to keep it above the actors while I'm moving backwards. So it's the little things, usually on a big Hollywood set, they got 10 guys doing what we did with 2,
Well, thank you so much for all the work, and hopefully you and your mom are going to be proud tonight to see what everyone's going to see tonight. And the premiere is the video on demand starts tomorrow. So for people who are interested who can't be here tonight, the video on demand is out there for the next month. And then we've already been accepted into 6 film festivals, so that's a good sign. We haven't been rejected from any. Keep that going. And the feedback that we received thus far has been pretty good. Yeah. So I pay a little bit extra for the feedback, and so far it's been pretty good. Yeah. So thank you, Connor. Appreciate it. And sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the night with your mom.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself. Take care. Well, this has been a great moment. I can't tell you how much I love this film. I'm proud of it, proud of the people I've worked with. So thank you so much. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Allison and Paul, for doing all the work that you've done on the drone work that we did when we first shot. And obviously Connor, Jerry, Larry, and of course Tom, who's not with us. But just thank you, everybody. It's been a great experience. Hopefully you enjoy the film.
Before we get started, I have a couple quick announcements to make. First of all, a couple of thank yous are in order. Barbara Chisholm is not here tonight. She's at home. She's the executive producer of our show that we've done, and she's been very supportive in the filmmaking process that we've done here, and she tolerates working with me, so that's always a good thing. Speaking of tolerating working with me, Connor Donovan, I want to thank you so much for all the work. The creative genius, the cinematography, the editing, and once again going back and forth the 2,000 times that we go back and forth to talk about how about we do this, edit this, put this in, so I appreciate that. Phil DiGiari, thank you so much again for the sound. It doesn't work, right? It doesn't really work, so it's great. A few people I want to thank specifically tonight. Larry Loring, Terry Halfine, wonderful acting tonight. That's amazing work that you've done up there. And a person who's not here with us tonight, Thomas Stork, who wrote this play, Friends in Black and White. 1 year ago, we got together talking about doing this play into a movie. He tolerated my creativity and vision and the camaraderie that we've done. So I get through this, but I know Tom's not here tonight. But I know he's proud of the work that we've done. Tom said he did see this movie in my basement with Larry and Jerry. And him being proud of it makes it all worth it, in my opinion.
So before we go there, I just wanted to show, say a couple quick things for people that I made the movie poster that Connor created. And I have a copy for Tina, his lovely wife. You got yours. You're fantastic, Mr. Connor. So I have a couple others for other actors. This is for Barbara. She's not here, but I wanted to thank everybody involved because to me, working on this film is many wonderful people that I have worked with. Makes it 100% worthwhile. So I want you to sit back, relax, and watch Tommy and Michael and enjoy the work that was created back in 2020 when Tom wrote it and when we got together to write the screenplay, and from 21 to 25. You have a question?
I just want to say what happened to Tom.
I apologize. Tom passed away in December, unfortunately. But he did get to see the film before it passed. And so I got to work with him, and I miss him dearly. I want you to watch the film. Wait to the ending credits. Don't leave to get up at the ending credits. I want you to see everything go through. This film did get entered into multiple film festivals. It got accepted into 6 thus far. So we keep it going.